Guys, welcome to my channel once more. My name is Jennifer. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, welcome. So in today's class we are going to learn how to make shirts with that back design. So if this is something you wish to learn, kindly stick to the end of this video. Also like, share and subscribe to this channel. So now let's get on with our video. The first thing I want to do is to measure 2.5 inches for our bottom. So I'm going to measure 2.5 inches straight. So let me do it now. Have gone ahead to create our button, the space for our button, which is this place, is 2.5 inches. It's 2.5 for our button. Then I've also gone ahead to create this place where we'll start our measurement from is 1 inch. So now that we've done that, the next thing we are going to do is to impute your shoulder measurement. The shoulder is 16 divided by 2 is 8, so it's 8 inches here. I impute it, and I'll also impute the width of the neck is 3 inches. Since it's a shirt, I'll also come down by 3 inches, and I'll just connect it. So on this 8 inches, you are going to come down for the shoulder slope by 1 inch. Come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Now, my breast point, my waist, then my hip. My breast point is 11 inches, so I'm going to put it. My waist is 17 inches. While the full length of this shirt is 28 inches because. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to impute the length of my armhole. Before then, I'm going to connect it like this. Connect it to this slope. I'm going to connect it. So now from this slope, our bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 is 8.5. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put the 8.5. So I'm just going to extend this line out. Can you see it? So I'm going to transfer the measurement from here down again. Our shoulder measurement. That's 8 inches. So I'm just going to connect it. I'm going to connect it like this. Can you see it? So our shirt. So I'm going to impute our bust measurement now. My bust is 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. I'm going to put it there. 10.5. Our 1.5 inch allowance. So our waist is 9.5 inches. That's divided by 4. So I'm going to add 1.5 inch allowance also. Your hip divided by 4. This is 11.25. I'm going to add 1.5 inch allowance also. So I'm just going to connect all these points together. So now that you've connected it, on this armhole area, just measure the distance between this place, 8.5, divide it by 2 to give you 4.25. You measure it, come out by 0.5 inch for the front. Then you just take your arm hook off, connect it like this. Connect it to your armhole. Fold this 2.5 inch for button. Fold it in. Please fold it in. So now that you folded it in, you can cut it out now. So if you cut it well, by the time you open it up, this is how it's supposed to look like. Can you see it? So this is for the front. You know that shirts normally the back do come to the front. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to on this your shoulder line, you're going to measure half and 1 inch, and you cut it out. 1 inch like this, then you cut it out. This is it. So our front pattern is ready. So now it's time to cut for the back pattern. So the first thing I want to do is to measure 2 inches from the up of the paper. So you are just going to measure 2 inches across. So from there you are going to measure your vertical measurement. So my breast point is 11 inches. 11 inches, and my full length is 28 inches. I'm just going to measure it. My waist is 17 inches. So I'll just do it across. So you're just going to connect it. Time to put my vertical measurement. So I'm going to measure my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. You measure it 8 inches. You come down by 1 inch again, just the way you did for the front pattern. You come down by 1 inch. You impute your neck. The width is still 3 inches with the front. However, the depth for this one is 1 inches. So it's one. So you just take your ruler and connect it. Connect it. You also slant it in to measure your 8.5 inches. That's your armhole, your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Mine is 8.5 inches. So I'm just going to measure it. So I'm going to extend this line now. Transfer our shoulder measurement. Transfer it here, which is 8 inches. Then connect it together. Just connect it together. Then I'm going to impute my bust measurement, 10.5. Bust divided by 4, 10.5. I'm going to add 1.5 inches. Just the way I did for the front. My waist is 9.5 inches. I'll add 1.5 inches also. Then the hip is 11.25. I'm going to add 1.5 inches also. So I'll just connect everything together. Connect everything together. Can you see it? Now you are just going to mark your armhole. You are not coming out, so you just connect your armhole to this place. You are not coming out just like the front, so just connect it. You can use your armhole curve, but me, I'm using my hand. So I just connect it like this, and our shirt is ready for the back. Meanwhile, now it's time to do that style that you see. From this end of this your armhole, you come up by 1.5 inches. Come up by 1.5 inches. Then roll across. Now after rolling across now, it depends on how wide you want it to be when you open it. You know this is on fold. When you open it, it depends on how wide you want it to be. Me, I don't want it to be more than 4 inches. So I'm going to measure 1.5 inch on fold now. You understand what I mean now? So if you want it to be 4 inches by the time you open it, make sure you use 1.5 inch. You can use half inch to turn it in. So me, by the time I'm done, if I measure 1.5, by the time I open it is 3 inches. When I want to turn it in, that's another half inch. Everything will not go, the opening will be 4 inches. So I'm going to measure half inch, 1.5 across. Can you see it? So now I'm going to cut it out now. I'm going to cut out that 1.5 inch. Can you see it? So I can now cut out the remaining one. So this is the back pattern. This is the front pattern. So the next thing you are going to do, I actually made a mistake. So let me correct it now. You're going to bring you're going to bring a pattern paper and just place your back on it. Is that shoulder area I want to correct? You know I told you earlier that the back will come into the front. So I forgot to put it. So now that's what I want to do now. So I just placed the plain paper underneath. You don't need to do that too. You would have done it straight up. So that 1 inch you remove from the front pattern, I want to replace it here now. So I'm going to measure 1 inch now. From where the shoulder stop, I'm going to measure 1 inch. I should have done this when I was before I cut it out. So I'm just going to measure 1 inch now. So I connect it. So you just extend this up, extend this neckline to up. Do you understand? So the front, and this is the back. So the back will come into the front like this when we are done. Can you see it? So I've replaced it. But you can just you should add yours before you cut it. So these are our two patterns. So it's time to transfer it to fabric. Okay, so now it's time for me to cut it. I've already added 1 inch to the down part. So I'm just going to cut. I'm not adding to the side because I've already added this when I was drafting the pattern for this shirt. So I'm going to cut it exactly like this first. Now on the neck, I'm going to add half inch on the shoulder. I will add half inch on the armhole. Our pattern is ready. This is the back. This is how the opening is. Can you see it? This is how it will look. So you are going to open up the back like this, the front rather. You're going to open up the front. Add half inch, 1 inch, the down part. So you're just going to go ahead and open up this place. To this place. You see, I measured this place half by half an inch. I measured it by the side half an inch, on top half an inch, then by this side half an inch, just the upper part. What am I going to do now is to take my scissors. I will cut it slant. Let from this point, I'll cut it and it will end at this half an inch mark. I'll do it for the other side too. So I'll do it. Can you see it? So when I sew it, this is how it will look. I've opened it up, the topmost part. I've opened it up. Can you see it? So now you're going to what you are going to do now, you are going to go to your machine, your weaving, but in this class it's called serging. That's the correct name. You're going to go to your serging machine and just serge this place. Then you serge this point too, down to the end of the shirt. You do it for the other side. So I'm going to serge it now, then I'll come and show you. Then as for this place too, I've gone ahead to cut. It depends on how wide you want the distance to be. For me, I'm using 5 pieces. So I've gone ahead to cut a long strip of fabric. The length is 5 inches. Can you see it? It's 5 inches. Because my opening is 4 inches, then it will overlap. So the full length is 5 inches. Then the width is 2 inches on fold. That is 4 inches. When I fold it, it's 2 inches. So when you cut it like this, you are going to hold half inch. I've held it by half an inch. After holding it, you are going to do it like this. You are going to hold it by half an inch. I've held it. After holding it, you are now going to find the midpoint, which I've gotten here. So from the midpoint, which I've gotten here, from this edge, you come down by 1 inches. From this other edge, come down by 1 inch. Then you now use your ruler and connect it to the middle. Do the same for everything. Can you see I've done it? So now I'm going to go to my machine now After I've serged that, I'm going to just sew it close like this, sew it like this, sew it like this. I'll do it for the 5, turn it, iron it, then I'll come and show you. I've gone ahead to serge each round. So the next thing I want to do now, I will just fold it in by that half an inch. So I'm just going to fold it like this, sew it down. This side too, fold it like this, sew it down. Then this up too, I'll fold it by that half an inch and sew it, so it will be like this four corner. When I'm done, I've gone ahead to sew it round. This is how it look from the inside out. And I've also serged this place. So what I'm going to do, I've marked it distance of 4 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of this, the middle. I'm just going to sew it middle like this underneath. I'll put it in by half an inch, put it in like this, and sew it at the middle. So I'm just going to arrange the rest like this. So it depends on how wide you want it to be. If you want it to be more closer, you're going to move it, but this 4 inches difference is okay by me. So I'm just going to place it like this. I'll place it like this. So the next thing I want to do now, I'm just going to sew it like this. I'll sew it like this on top. When I'm done, I'm not going to sew this place also. I'll just stitch it on top. There will be buttons on top of it. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll come and show you guys. So now I'm done with stitching the back. This is how it looks. Can you see it? So this is how it looks. So now I'm going to take my front now. One side of my front. The right side will be facing each other, and place it on top. I'll take the other one too and place it on top. Can you see it? So I'll go to the machine now and sew it like this. I will sew the shoulder, sew the other shoulder, then I will sew the sides, the two sides. So I will sew it now. Come and show you how it looks. You have to hold the two sides together and the shoulder. So this is what I was telling you. Remember I told you that by the time we are done, the back will come into the front. So this is it. Can you see it? Can you see it? So the back has come to the front. So this is how the shoulder is. So if yours is looking like this, you are doing it well. So now let's go to the bottom area. We added 1.5 inch when we were drafting. So the next thing you are going to do on both sides of the front, so you are going to fold in half an inch. Then you fold it by half an inch first, then you fold it by 1 inch and sew it down. You do the same for this other side. Done. I'm going to sew it down, and I'm going to turn it, sew the down part, then I'll come and show you. So now I'm done. Can you see how the button flap looks like? Very neat. So now you're going to take your shirt and fold it into two. Make sure the button flap are overlapping each other. Make sure they are equal, and just trim that excesses out. After trimming it, you're now going to take your tape rule and try to get the length of the neck. It's on fold. Please make sure it's equal. If not, one side will be longer than the other. So you're just going to get it on fold. So when I measured mine, it is 9.2. So I'm going to note that measurement because I will use it to cut the collar stand and the collar itself. So 9.2. So I'll go ahead to just notch the midpoint for future reference. I'll set it aside. So I'm going to bring a hard gum stay. You can use gum stay or collar stay, but this one is gum stay. I'm going to measure that 9.2. It's on fold, please. I've measured that 9.2. So I'm going to get the midpoint of the 9.2. After getting it, I'm going to measure it. The midpoint, I'm going to measure it. After doing that, I'm going to come to the sides and come up by half an inch. I'm going to come up by 0.5 inch. Can you see it? So I'm just going to take my ruler now and connect that slant. Please, I'm arranging it because I want it to be very equal. So I'm just going to connect it. It will be slanted to the midpoint I got earlier. I'll just connect it. This is the collar stand, please. So I'll just connect it gently. After doing that, I'm now going to get the height of my collar stand. It is 1 inch. So I'm just going to measure 1 inch round. I'll measure it on the sides. That midpoint, I'll measure that 1 inch. Then I'm also going to measure it at that folded edge. I didn't know the camera was not capturing that, but it's folded. So I'll just measure it. So I'm going to take my ruler and connect those 3 points together. Just gently connect it together. Can you see it? So now you're going to come in from that edge. You come in by half an inch and just slant it into the side. Just look at what I'm doing. Just slant it. Good. Can you see it? Now it's time for you to cut it out. So you can cut it out now. Just make sure it's equal. Just cut it out. Now let's cut the collar itself. So the collar stand is ready. Let's cut the collar. So for the collar also, you are going to fold your gum stay into two. So it's on fold now. You measure your neck width, which is 9.2 inches. I'll measure it now. Measure it 9.2 inches. So you just get the midpoint. So now after doing that, you are going to know the width of your collar itself. So mine, I want it to be 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to measure 2.5 inches across and mark it. So I'm just going to roll it now. After I'm done, on the down part, I'm going to come in by 1 inch. Then I'm going to slant it. Just come in by 1 inch and slant it. Good. After doing that, at that folded edge, you come up by 0.5 inch. I didn't know my camera did not capture that. You come up by 0.5 inch. Then you just slant it into the down part of the collar. Just slant it gradually, gently into the down part of the collar. It's not something hard. I think I'm going to do another tutorial on thread so that I can get the collar. So you just cut it out. Please make sure you cut this on gum stay, either hard stay or collar stay. So you just cut it out. When you are done, and as you are cutting it, make sure it's well aligned so that one will not be longer than the other. So when you are done, you go ahead and iron it on your fabric. Iron it on your fabric. So by the time you iron it, this is how it looks. After ironing it, I made sure I added 0.5 inch round for the collar stand. I did the same for the collar stand and the collar itself. I added 0.5 inch round and I cut two pieces of it. One there's stay and one there's no stay. Can you see it? So now you're not going to take your collar. The one that there is stay, there is no stay, you turn it, the right side will be facing each other. Can you see it? So you are just going to close up the collar with that 0.5 inch you added when you ironed it. Just sew it round like this, except that down part that will be opened. But the rest you sew it out. Let me do it and show you. Now you see I'm done. I've gone ahead to iron it. So I'm just going to fold my collar and get the midpoint. I will just notch it to get the midpoint. After getting the midpoint, I'll open it up. Then I'll now bring my collar stand itself. Hold the two together, the two pieces of my collar stand. I'm going to hold it together because I want to get the midpoint. Make sure that the wrong sides, the right sides are facing each other. So you fold it and notch the up and the down part because you will need it. So you just up and notch the upper part, then the down part. So after notching it like that, I will now open it up. I will now bring one part of my collar stand, the part that has stay. Can you see where the place that is facing? Please note it too. You will now place the notch part on top of the collar. You place the other pieces underneath and now place the collar on top. All the midpoints are together. Can you see it? So the collar itself will be in between the two collar stands. And you see where is that curved part that you place down. Make sure they align with each other. Fold it very well so that they will align. Then you sew it by that half an inch. Sew it and just close it up. The curved part is what you will sew and just close it up. Can you see it? So you go to the machine, start from the middle, you sew one side, then you sew another side. So now I'm done. Look at how it's looking. So at this point, you are going to give it a good press. Iron it very well. If you iron it very well, it will come out well. Now you're now going to bring your shirt. When you bring your shirt, you know you've already notched it initially, the midpoint. So you are going to take your collar now. The midpoint, make sure you start sewing the collar from the inside out. Where there is stay, you place it on top of the inside of the shirt and now sew it half an inch. You should get it very well. It's supposed to be equal. So you sew the half an inch, sew it on the other side. Let me do it now and show you. So now I've gone ahead to sew that side. Now it's time to close up our collar. So you just push it up, then you fold it in by half an inch, the remaining half an inch, and just top stitch neatly on top of the collar, and our shirt is ready. And now this is the final result of our shirt. Can you see how beautiful it is? This is the front part. So I'm gonna have to actually put button in the front also. So if you like this video, kindly like, share, and if you want to learn how to do fix this button, I have a video about fixing this button on my channel. I'll kindly check it out. See how beautiful it looks. So till next time, thank you very much.